Hello everyone. Happy Sunday to you. It's Oracle reading time. If you were looking for an Oracle reading from last week, I actually didn't do one. We moved in my son into his college dorm last Sunday, and so that took longer than I thought. And after that, I was just kind of emotionally drained. And it has been a crazy week or so in my life. Just lots of changes and lots of lessons of letting go with him moving. My cat died, and I've had to minor things like get a new computer, and I had a computer for like 4 years. It worked great. It's just been interesting. There's just been changes, and this is life. It is that lesson of letting go and letting things evolve the way that it should, and not getting attached to that. And as school started too, it's like that's the message. That's something that we're just going to have to do, because there's so much going on that we just don't have control over. And so how do we enjoy the ride anyway? Hopefully your lives are full of joy, even if it's feeling chaotic. If you can find those moments, it can make all the difference. All right, so we'll jump into this Oracle reading for this week. And I pulled from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. And this week I pulled the card, the Seer. So the Seer card, that represents this knowing, that intuition, the ability to connect to the higher realms and get information from there. So maybe it's psychic perception, it's intuition. It could be just like that feeling that you know something without really having experience or a reason why you would know it. There might be a time in your life where you can recognize that happened, and that's the Seer. And really its main goal is to seek truth and to recognize it without judgment, because it wants to align with truth. It's not about the illusion. It wants to see beyond that, because it knows the power of being able to do just that when we can align with truth. And so it's being able to read between the lines in certain situations and to understand what's not being said, or what's not just right up in your face seen. It's kind of this energy or these other aspects, that minute details maybe that we can look past or we can rationalize, but yet there's a truth that sometimes we feel where our brain kind of can rationalize out of it. And the Seer is able to see beyond that and not be tricked by it. So it really represents like the power of clarity and recognizing patterns and just really tapping into that intuition. And so the ability to just see through it and see truth. Okay, so this card was pulled upside down. And when that happens, it means that we need a medicine, that there's a challenge in our life, and we need the Seer to help us kind of break through it. And the medicine really is to challenge ourselves to get out of denial and to really tell ourselves the truth about a situation in our life. And understanding that wishful thinking or hoping or ignoring the truth, sometimes we want to do that because we think that will help us get the thing that we want, but really we're refusing a part of ourselves, and then it ends up creating more problems. Because if we know something but we're in denial, or we're not willing to see the truth for what it is, but we still fight for something that we think we want, then we're out of alignment. We're lying to ourselves. And it's like our true self, our maybe spirit and guardian angel, whatever. There's these energies within and maybe surrounding us that know what's better for us. And so then that might be that stirring, that feeling, that unsettled feeling, that of almost like clinging to something that we think we want and think that we need. And that's why we're in this denial. And so the Seer upside down is really asking us, like, we have to be willing to see the truth and to recognize it without judgment. That yes, it may hurt to do that, because there's pieces that we might have to go through that grieving process, the letting go that I was talking about at the beginning of the video. It hurts, but yet we have to be able to do that to free ourselves from that illusion, so that we can claim the bounty that's waiting for us. And so it really is this like moment of power. It is the medicine itself, is to be able to see the reality of the situation for us and to feel our intuition and to just accept the knowing that's there that we're kind of denying out of fear, out of whatever it might be, but it's there. So this card's really asking us to surrender and maybe ask spirit, ask your higher self to see, just to open up to, like, literally, like your prayer could be, help me see those things that I'm not willing to see right now. And typically you already know. And so then it's just a matter of accepting what you already know. Sometimes it's not that easy. And so sometimes it is something where, you know, like you have to start recognizing your emotions and your feelings around certain things. And if you have that kind of intention that you set for yourself, it might be easier for you to get that message and to receive it. And knowing that you're going to say, no matter the price, because you are strong enough to handle whatever it is that the truth is going to reveal to you. And with the support of others, with whatever, you know, use your resources, use your tools if it's something really hard. But we have to understand that once our eyes are open, then that's when we receive this very powerful gift. Then we realign to what's truth for us. It can get us out of maybe there's so many different things that this can pertain to, because we can be in denial for lots of different things. And so then this is opening us up, because there's a better path for us. And when we make our decisions based on truth, based on our knowing, based on our inner, like their true self within us, and we can't go wrong. Even if it makes it harder at first, you will feel more at ease. You will feel more just aligned. I like that word. I feel like that's the best word for this, because it's aligned with your truth, because you are seeing it clearly, and then you know. And then from there, things will unfold the way it should, because that's putting you in the current of life and making things happen. But when we're resisting and we're fighting for something that we think we need or we want, then that's when we can get into problems. So I guess you could ask yourself with this card, what situation, what area in your life are you struggling to see things for what they are? And where might you need a little bit of guidance to help you see things fresh, with clarity, knowing that you can handle whatever it is that you need to see.